Yo, bro, there was no way I was on mute that entire time. Alright, people, so she goes.
Ushisaru une I tori ushi uma tori ne tora inu tora mi ushi hitsuji mi I hitsuji ne Jin saru tori tatsu tori ushi uma hitsuji tora mi ne saru u I tatsu hitsuji ne ushi saru tori jin ne I Tori.
Then Naruto says, and hits Kushino, knocking her out. She says, Kushino says, that's my girl. Next is Taruto versus Minako. They're having a really good fight. Taruto in Sage Mode and they're having a really good fight. And then Taruto would say, time to finish this. I'll show you a technique you've never seen before. He says, Rasen Beam! Shooting it forward, defeating Minako. Next, for the final battle, Naruto, all their classmates is watching this fight. Christian says, looks like it's our time. Christian says, they both throw millions of shuriken, clashing. They say so. Then they both disappear. Clashing fists going. Minato would kick in the face. He goes, oh, dang it. Then Minato's gone. He says, Christian disappears too. They go. Then they see a shockwave. They like, where are they going? They're clashing. They're going. They're punching each other for about not even a second and then disappearing. They go. Christian says, how about we crank this up? Right, Dad? He goes, not because, they both say, not because of lightning. Then they both start to crank up the speed, the balance, going. Then Christian does one of his ultimate techniques. He goes to punch Minato. Minato catches it. He says, just what I wanted. He slides under Minato with his arm, pulls it up, and he goes, they go, well, that was kind of a ruthless technique. Then Christian grabs Minato by the neck, like a chokehold, and then he puts a kunai to his throat, saying, you better surrender. Minato says, flying Raijin, and disappears. Christian goes, damn it, and disappears along. They go, they both go into Sage Mode. They go, clashing kicks, going, just absolutely destroying, going, absolutely destroying each other's bodies. They go, but then Minato gets the edge. He lands a swift Rasengan. Christian goes, then Kurama offers him a deal. A one-time opportunity to let him out and give him his chakra. Minato bites his finger, saying, summoning jutsu, summoning Gamabunta. Christian goes, alright, Kurama, he just summoned him. Let's go! He goes, would you like to go the Nine-Tails path or the Nine-Tails chakra mode path? Christian says, what's the difference? He says, one of the normal me is more stronger, but much harder to control. Christian says, I'll go the second one, the harder one. He goes, alright. They go, ah! Christian turns into the Nine-Tails. He goes, everyone says, the Nine-Tails. People on TV go, the Nine-Tails. He goes, he says, you can say, Kurama! And Kurama rushes in, biting Gamabunta, going, then Christian jumps off of Kurama, going, and then him and Minato start to have a fight. He says, I didn't know you had to know how to do this. Christian says, this is a one-time opportunity with him. He goes, boom. Then he says, Christian does a signal. He says, fire style, fireball. Sasuke, everyone jumps out going, ah! All of them jumping on Kurama. Then they all go and rushing at Minato going, ah, ah, trying to hit him at least. Christian says, Rasengan! Hitting Minato with a Rasengan. He goes, ugh. Christian says, use your strongest attack. Minato says, giant Rasengan! Christian says, here goes nothing. He says, this is my final attack. He says, let's end this. Christian charges up a Rasen ring saying, giant, massive Rasen ring. He goes, charging it up. They both charge their attacks. Christian goes, ah! Sasuke from behind says, King! Hitting Minato from behind, he goes, ugh! Naruto goes and says, Rasengan! Hitting Minato. Sakura with a punch, but Minato still doesn't flinch. Naruto and Taruto bind them with their chakra chains. Christian goes, ah! Minato goes, ah! Christian says, now Kurama! Kurama goes, Tail Beast Bomb! Hitting Minato with the Tail Beast Bomb, knocking him down. He goes, ah! Christian says, now, let's end this! And they both fall to the floor, Gamabunta disappearing, so is Kurama. They both slant to the floor. They both pull out their flying Raijin kunais. Christian says, Dark Rasengan! They both throw their kunais forward, and they both clash. And then they run at each other, both disappearing. They say, Sasuke says in his head, which one will be on the top, and which one will be on the bottom? Christian appears at the bottom. Sasuke says, no! Minato is about to hit him. Christian says, this is why I have two hands. He says, Shiden! Punching Minato, jabbing Minato right in the stomach, going, ah! Hitting him up in the air. And he says, now! Then he says, now for my new move that I found out. He kicks Minato to the ground. Minato gets up and says, what's your new secret move? Christian creates a flying Raijin seal in his hand and places it on Minato. Then he kicks Minato in the air. He then says, Rasengan, raining him down. Then he appears right in front of him saying, flying Raijin combo. Then he hits Minato saying, Rasengan, defeating him saying, flying Raijin combo. And they win. They will have it 2 weeks from now. And that's the final day of school.